World leaders met. Dr. Douglas was there, so was I, to establish millennium goals for the entire universe that would reduce mortality rates, improve the lot of our children and our women, inspire our youth, lift standards of living in health and education, to eradicate slums and provide adequate food, water, sanitation for everyone who inhabits planet Earth. We in the Caribbean recognized the necessity from then to advance and accelerate the course of regional economic integration as we confronted the realities of globalization, something which reduced our capacity to control our own domestic markets, the advent of the World Trade Organization, and the disappearance of preferential trading arrangements. Where do we stand today? The world is in turmoil. The most prosperous nations have precipitated a collapse of the financial and monetary system. We face a crisis on virtually every front. Shortage of food, energy, the problems in international trade, the concerns about global warming, and the constant threat of health pandemics. On top of what is a systemic collapse of the international system, we witness the appearance of ethnic conflicts and the spread of international terrorism. The Caribbean, to which we belong, is no longer seen by Europe or the United States as an area of strategic importance. The Sugar Protocol has been abrogated. The special banana regime has disappeared. The OECD countries are exerting considerable pressure on those of our territories which operate offshore banks and which register international corporate conglomerates as their headquarters. And so the global environment, economic and political, is at best indifferent to the plight of the Caribbean, and indeed is verging on outright hostility to the needs and concerns of small economies such as ours. And yet, we are seeing here in St. Kitts and Nevis one of the tiniest islands with the smallest population, that there is a success story and there is cause to celebrate. St. Kitts and Nevis have produced outstanding leaders. We begin with Alexander Hamilton, the first Secretary of the U.S. Treasury. We could do with somebody like that today. we need to keep a proper focus. And as we do so, I'm reminded of the story of the young clergyman who, at his service of consecration, was focusing primarily on a lady sitting at the front of the congregation who was very generously endowed and had a dress that revealed how much was below the embroidered portion. In that cleavage, she sported a diamond cross. And when the young priest seemed to be so focused, the bishop leaned over to him and said, "Keep your eye on the cross." And he said, "I am trying very much to do that, Bishop, but I have to watch the two devils poised on either side that are threatening to desecrate the sanctity of the cross."